they go again. These aren't just races, they're battles. Epic head-to-head duels, breakaway dreams, and last-second sprints. From Pogačar's rocket attacks to Van der Poel's solo glory, these moments turned everyday stages into unforgettable war zones. Today we're diving into the 10 most insane cycling battles ever caught on live TV. But which moment shocked fans the most? Well, you won't believe the wildest one. Number 1, tactical masterclass by Wout van Aert. Now this moment comes from the Tour of Britain and Felixstowe. The wind was brutal, but Wout van Aert had other plans. You could almost feel the pain in his legs as he pushed through the crosswinds. Fighting crosswinds, fending off attacks, and then, boom, he created a gap. It was small at first, yet massive by the end.
He's onto the back wheel of the Frenchman. Pogačar is being forced to lead it out. He wanted to try something from a long, long way. He seems confident in his abilities. He's going to hold the right-hand side of the road, but immediately with the big acceleration, it's Wout van Aert who comes into Bayona. 1 bike length opens up to 2, and Wout van Aert is going to make it 3 victories in this year's Vuelta a España. 12
Speaking of domination, let's take you to Italy, where one man rewrote history. Number 2, Mathieu van der Poel conquers Milano-San Remo. For decades, no Dutch rider had won the prestigious Milano-San Remo. Mathieu van der Poel changed that with one devastating move.
Just over a kilometre to go to the top of the Poggio, and Pogačar blasted off. Were we about to see the umpteenth exhibition already this season? AGAINNN followed him. Wout van Aert and Mathieu van der Poel had to work hard, and then it would be Van der Poel. Over the top, on his way, opening up 5 seconds very quickly.
He attacked when others hesitated, flew down the Poggio descent, and never looked back. Dutch fans had waited decades for this exact moment.
And Mathieu van der Poel was there to finish off the job. A look behind, a moment of disbelief, but knowing himself as he does, he'd better believe it. Mathieu van der Poel adding San Remo to his monument victories in Flanders. A second place finish in fantastic style for Pipo Ganna, who out-sprinted Wout van Aert.
It was a victory for a nation and a performance for the ages. But what if we crank the stakes even higher? 3 giants, 1 battlefield. Number 3, the Big 3 finally battle. This was the battle that we had all been waiting for. The 3 titans, Wout van Aert, Mathieu van der Poel, and Tadej Pogačar, all in a single frame, pushing each other to the absolute limit. They rode shoulder to shoulder and traded blows like boxers on wheels. Every corner and climb was a test and a sight to rewind. No one gave an inch. This wasn't racing, it was a clash. Now let's zoom in on the most aggressive attack of them all. Number 4, Pogačar's rocket attack. Tadej Pogačar is known for his explosive power, but his attack in this race was something else entirely. 28.5 kilometers to go, and then it happened. Pogačar launched what the commentators called a rocket attack.
Rider. Tadej Pogačar did make his move then, and left spectators open-mouthed. Quickly putting out 30 seconds, nobody able to react behind. And having seen that the competition wasn't...
One burst of acceleration turned the race on its head. The peloton blinked, and he was gone. It was surreal and never happened before.
Pogačar with a performance for the history books. A chance to celebrate, realise what he'd done. And after he climbed Via Santa Caterina smiling, the place where normally it's a launch pad for those to really take their career to the stratosphere. He'd already done that previously. This was something extra special.
From smooth tarmac to brutal cobbles, next comes chaos on ancient roads. Number 5, the cobbled chaos. The classic cobbled climbs of Europe are where legends are made. Bikes, legs, and dreams are broken. Van Aert, Pogačar, and Van der Poel hit the cobblestones. The battle reached a new level of intensity. Pogačar, knowing the section well, attacked with fury.
Some 20 riders headed towards the Valais forest as the breakaway was being reeled in. The tempo was at its peak as the race favourites headed towards the famous Arenberg Trench.
Van Aert fought for grip, and Van der Poel kept surpassing both.
Van der Poel certainly wasn't going to wait for them. He stepped up the pace again and had Alpecin de Koning teammate Philipsen to help him as he
There was no room for error and absolutely no time to think.
As the two heavyweights of world cycling headed to the finish, Pogačar was the one to make the decisive error, accelerating just a fraction too much into a tight corner.
Not all battles are head-to-head. Sometimes it's you versus time. Number 6, the long solo dream. Now, we have seen riders spend hours off the front fighting to maintain a slight lead against the chasing peloton. But this is a battle against the clock, against fatigue, and against your own mind. But Wout van Aert did it differently.
This is a big attack from Wout van Aert.
The loneliness of the breakaway is an intense battle that only the bravest riders can win.
Here's a man in form. What a brilliant Christmas and New Year period he's had. Wout van Aert, the Belgian champion, is going to be our champion here today at the Coxside Flemish Dunencross. What a performance. Bang, bang, an uppercut. He knows the direction he is headed. A psychological blow over his big...
Now, what if you did all of that and came back a winner again? Number 7, Van Aert's back-to-back statement. Now, winning once may be legendary, but back-to-back victories, that's legacy. Van Aert faced pressure from the moment the flag dropped.
Very close, rubbing shoulders.
It's going to be a rematch of the sprint that we saw in Hoogstenzolder with the addition of the world.
The challengers attacked several times, but his team fought to hold position. Despite fresher legs around him, he outfoxed and outran everyone in the final sprint. The message was clear: I'm still the man to beat.
See who is going to start his sprint first. We have Mathieu van der Poel in pole position, Tom Pidcock in second, and Wout van Aert lurking in the background, and he's launching his attack. Wout van Aert is launching a sprint, and Mathieu van der Poel is trying to counter that, but I think it might be too late. I think it might be too late for the man in blue, and that is going to be another win for Wout van Aert, sprinting all the way to the line. A fantastic win, his 4th in a row for Wout van Aert.
But for our next rider, it wasn't about winning, it was personal. Number 8, Roglic's redemption sprint. Crash after crash slowed him down.
On his wheel and waiting. Is it going to be one final golden goodbye? It's an early sprint launched again by Gaviria. Left hand side he has Cavendish on his wheel. Here comes Cavendish through the centre. There is Cavendish through the centre. Milan's out the game. It's going to be a fairy tale.
But Primož Roglic came into this day with a mission. When the sprint started, he unleashed months of frustration in one glorious burst. And as he crossed that line, it wasn't just relief, it was revenge. And speaking of speed, let's dive into the most savage sprint battle of all. Number 9, the final 200 meters. It's all silent until it's not. 10 riders wide, the elbows clash. 70 kilometers per hour. One wrong move, disaster. One perfect line, that'll be known as immortality.
Mirko is just a couple of wheels behind Cavendish. It's 750 metres to the line. A reminder they're approaching the final 100 metres into a headwind, and 500 metres against the wind is a long 500 metres. Left-hand side, you can see it going. They still can't see the finish. That comes with 250 metres just less to go.
This isn't just power, it's chaos with timing.
Berg is there as well. Only now they will start to see the finish line. It's slightly uphill, and there is Mark Cavendish. There is Mark Cavendish through the centre. He's hit the front here. Mark Cavendish is there. There's a crash behind. Mark Cavendish. This is history. This is history. First there was Merckx. Now it's Mark Cavendish.
But if you want surgical precision with legendary pain tolerance, only one name comes next. Number 10, Pogačar's Gold Race Perfection. It has been 6 hours of climbing, attacks, and crosswinds. But Tadej Pogačar, he looked untouchable.
Really is hurting, and now Pogačar starts to power away as well. Tadej Pogačar opens the gap to Tom Pidcock. And this could be the moment that Pogačar rides off on his own. It's a long way to the finish, though. The question is, will he want to? But then again, you look about it, you think about it. It is Tadej Pogačar we're talking.
He didn't just win, he crushed every doubt that he was human. It was a display of physical and mental strength that was just unbelievable to watch. So, Which moment gave you chills? Let me know down in the comments, because legends in the Tour de France 2025 make us all believe in the impossible. And if you thought this was domination, wait until you see what he did next. Click here.